know if anybody's here with me right now. I'm going to do a sound check in with the Yoga Download team, find out we're good to go, and we're going to get started today. Give me just a few moments. All right. I think we're good. Sounds good. All right. Let me get all set up here. So I'm going to, like I said, kind of kill a few moments of time before we begin, let everyone come on before we get started. So if you're at home with me right now, you can go ahead and set up your space. I'm going to have you set your yoga mat. I'm going to grab mine really quick. Set your yoga mat out like this. We're going to be moving from the center of our mat. Okay. So when you do that, I'm going to do a couple improvements to my set here. I got it. Can we hear you now? Can you hear me now? I think you can. All right, so I just got confirmation from the Yoga Download team, always saving my life here on these live streams. I love it. So everyone, thank you so much for, thank you, Maria. That's awesome. Thank you, Yoga Download. Thank you, everyone. I'm so excited. So before we begin, I do want you to get your playlists ready so that we can push play at the same time, because today I have a playlist that's not necessarily your traditional yoga style playlist. It is more fun because today is a BodyAbility class. And we are going to be focusing and training on the camel pose, the pose of camel, okay, of the yoga practice. I'm giving you a new movement approach to this camel pose. And I'm also taking the approach from, camel is taught, of course, as an intense yoga pose, but it's taught more from the spiritual side of it, like open your heart. I teach it as a BodyAbility pose because it shows that your body is able to bend and open and engage in all the right places for you to create such a beautiful pose, such as camel. And I believe, somebody just hit my crotch. I believe that camel pose is like any type of sport. Okay. So like if you wanted to learn how to play football and you wanted to play football with your friends, you wouldn't just go out and just do it. You would learn a little bit about that sport, right? And athletes train for their sport all the times. And I think yogis should too. And that's what BodyAbility is. We're going to be training for our sport. And today it's camel pose. So I hope you enjoy it. It's new movement, new results. Let's get going. So I'm going to pull up the playlist. Get mine going. Give me 1 second. It's called Yoga Download, New Movement, New Results. I'm going to turn it on my end in 3, everyone together. 2 and 1. I'll turn mine down just so I can hear it. And hopefully you guys are hearing yours at home. All right, so let's get started. The music is our guide. The playlist will let me know as we go through class. It's a 45-minute playlist, and this is a 45-minute nonstop flow. And the flow is training. Think of it as a workout, a yoga class, a little bit of everything in this one experience here. All right, let me get this out of the way. Please come to the center of your mat like this. Put your feet together. Everything I'm going to give you today is new movement, new results. Enjoy it. From here, turn your toes out just a little bit, but your heels are in. You'll notice that one long line up from the heels into the pelvic floor, to the chest, to the jugular notch, to the forehead, and beyond is zipped up into the center. I'm squeezing in. Good. Your toes are turned out slightly and your heels are together. Bend your knees slow. It's called a demi-plie, which is what I teach in our bar classes. But it's just a slight turnout, new movement, new results. You're going to start to bounce. Make sure the knees are just bending naturally for you. Don't force them in or out. There's not a lot of rules in my practice. Instead, we just position our body to what I call chase the feel good. Make it all feel good today. Let's go and have a little fun with this. Good. Heels in, toes out. What I'm doing is doing some foot therapy, some ankle therapy, warming up, heating up the thighs. Good. So my approach is that I believe that we're all capable of more. If it doesn't challenge you, it doesn't change you. And what are we here for anyway? We're looking for some change. 8, let's go. 7, at least I am. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold 1. Now it's a zip action. Okay, so you'll notice all the light between the legs. From the heels, I'm going to basically zip up, push the heels down, and then zip up the ankles, the calves, the knees, the upper thighs. Now right here, zip up. So pull from your pelvic floor towards your navel. Feel your hips getting tight, your butt strong. Good. Put your hands on the front of your rib cage and start to tap right here. Here's 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now I want you to push your fingertips into the area and as well harden the muscles. So avoid your fingertips going too far deep. Get those muscles active right here. Right here. Good. Now from here, you hold this in. The center of your chest is right above this line. Keep this action. Lift the center of your chest. Good. Now from the jugular notch, this point right here, lengthen your collarbones. All of this is movement therapy. All of this is in preparation for what's coming next. Good. Now from here, you'll bend and zip. Come up into the chest, lengthen the collarbone, squeeze the thighs. Let's go. Bend and zip. Yes, good. And bend and zip. Everything we do is preparing us for what's next. Good. Come up, lift your arms into a T pose. Draw the shoulder blades together. Good. Lift the center of your chest, lengthen your collarbones, and tighten the muscles in your legs and your arms. Nice. Lower the arms, bend the knees. Bring the palms together towards the center. Reach, zip up, lengthen out. Lift through the chest as you lift your arms out. Let's go. Let's flow. 8, 7, 6. Breathe as you breathe. 4, 3, 2. Hold it. 1. Good. Lower the arms. Nice. Now lift your heels slightly. Turn the heels out. Pull the hips in. Good. Now take your feet wider. It's called the Defy Stance. So here's your hip points. Find them. Take your feet slightly wider than your hip points. Put your big toes on the ground. Lift your heels into releve. Good. Lower your heels. Lift all 10 toes. Pada bandha. Lower your toes. Press down and lift your heels. Push the front of your ankles forward. Releve. Lower the heels. Lift all 10 toes. Pada bandha. Activate your feet. Good. Some foot therapy. Some ankle therapy. Let's go. 8, 7. In my classes, we learn how to move our feet, to move our body. In everything we do, we move in opposites. The energy works together. The forward and the back, the down and the up, and the all around. Let's do one more round. Let's go. Releve. Come back. Pada bandha. Now, come to the space between. So not too much toes, not too much heel. Now take this knee. Bend it. Just let it bend. Okay? Put your hands on your hips, fingers forward, please. And with this space that this bend has created for us, we have space to rotate slightly through the pelvis, now through the rib cage, and the shoulders move away from each other, but the gaze stays forward. Push down through your foot, lift into your hip, lift into your chest, lengthen your collarbones, bend this other knee, pause. Now from here, you go hips, ribs, shoulders, keep your gaze forward. Push down through the foot, lift into the hip, lift into the chest, lengthen your collarbones. Okay, you ready? We're going to do that in a flow. Don't move your arms, move your body, spiral. 8, 7, keep going. 6, use your big toes. 5, stay with it. 4, 3, let it feel good. 2, everything we do is preparing you for what's coming next. Come to center. Lift all 10 toes. Lift your arms out into T. Draw the shoulder blades together on your back. Use your muscles. Now right here, keep your arms up. Right here though, zip. Nice. Now karate chop back. Here we go. Waking up those muscles of the spine right there in the middle part of the torso. The mid spine, the thoracic spine. It's from the thoracic spine that we create camel pose. It's also from the movement in our shoulders. Good. Remember, we're training for our sport, and our sport is camel hold. Good. Lower your toes, soften your knees, suck in your belly, suck in your ribs, and as you do, internally rotate the shoulders. Let the shoulders go forward and in. Now move the elbows. Now do it into the wrists. Now turn it to the thumbs. Good. Now we're going to reverse that. Start in the shoulders, external rotation. Now go elbows. Now wrist, thumbs, back to T. Good. Now put your mind in your body. You might not have a mirror in front of you, so you need to feel with your mind. Are your wrists lower than your shoulders? Are they higher? Find that center, that space between. Now draw the shoulder blades together and karate chop. Let's go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold 1. Good. Soften your knees, suck in your belly, internally rotate the shoulders, suck in your chest, spread the tips of your shoulders. Good. Now from the backs of your arms, the upper backs of your arms, you're going to pulse. Remember, we are athletes today and we are training for our sport, and our sport is crow. Everything we do is preparing us for crow. 8, 7, 6, not crow, camel. 5, 4, 3, 2, my fault. It's camel. Hold here. Now external rotation, shoulders, elbows, wrists, thumbs. Lift your chest. Good. Now reach your arms to the corners of your room. It's called a Y pose. Create a big Y with your body, and then expand your rib cage with your breath. So as you inhale, keep your arms high. I'm just going to give you a visual with my own arms. You keep reaching up, but as you inhale, I want your inhale to move out like this. And when you exhale, it moves in. I want your breath to become like an accordion. Inhale, expand through each rib. Exhale, bring it in, zip it up, feel the strength, and inhale, break it up and open up that space, and then exhale the whole time in Y. Inhale, exhale. Let's do one more together. Come on, inhale, exhale, slowly lower your arms. So good. Here we go. If you're feeling that burn in your arms, that's a good thing. Take this shoulder, internal rotation. External rotation. This is called body knowledge. In motion. Internal. External. Put your mind in your body and feel your shoulder blade moving around on your back as well. Good. I'm going to turn my music down just in case it's too loud for YouTube. But you're going to stay going. Let's go. It's an internal rotation. and an external rotation. Internal and external. 4 more. Internal, external, internal, external. 1 more. Internal, external, hold. Yep, feeling that heat. Body knowledge, mind to body connection. Here we go. Internal. Now on this one, you know we're going to be here for a little bit, so I want you to explore what else is going on. So when I ask you to internally rotate your shoulder and then externally rotate your shoulder, what happens? What movement automatically happens? The internal rotation allows our back body to expand. It allows our spine to flex. The external rotation allows our front body to open. It allows our spine to extend. We can't just bend our spine. We have to move all parts of us, and that's what today's practice is about. Heat up this joint. Let's go 4 more times. 4, 3, 2, hold it. 1. Now put your mind in your body and draw the shoulder blades together. This is called A pose. Now lift all 10 toes. Lift your arms high into T. Yeah, we're always moving our feet. Always. Lower your toes, bend your knees, suck in your belly, suck in your chest, internally rotate the shoulders, round your spine, open up your back, give it a massage. Do it by using your abs to expand the muscles of your back and to round your spine. Good. Strengthen your arms here. External rotation brings you back into T. Lift your chest, lengthen your collarbones. Now, as you go into Y, releve, work the wobble. Use your breath to expand your rib cage. Use your toes to lift your heels. Standing on the ball of each foot, the big toe mound. Good. We move together. Lower the heels, lower the arms. Woo. Bend your knees. Unzip. I'm going to turn to the side. You stay forward. Unzip your entire torso. Let the hips go up and the chest go down. Interlace your fingers. Now pull the hips back and pull your elbows forward as you lift all 10 toes, Pada Bandha. All right, we got to get our hips ready for camel too. So from the center of each thigh, let's go. Remember, we're athletes. Camel is our sport. We're training for it. We're conditioning for it. We're learning the game, and the game is camel. Let's go. That's the pose we're working for. Here's 8. Let's go. 7, 6, 5. Feel the weight in the center of each heel. Tripod energy of each foot though. Hug your inner thighs together. Yep, stay with it. Final 1, hold. Butt up, chest down. Butt back, chest forward. Look how much lower I got just by doing those 4 movements. Lower the toes to the ground. Push from the feet into the hips. Zip. Lift your chest. Lengthen your collarbones. T. Internal. Now, we're going to go into a full external position. Shoulders keep rolling back, then the elbows, then the wrists, then the thumbs. Yes, a completely different stretch in the chest, right? Think about your shoulder blades, draw them together. Do that. Do this slide right here. Palms up, slide. Work those muscles. You need these muscles right here that we're strength training. Those muscles right underneath the shoulder blades, right next to the spine in the middle of your back. We need those muscles. We need them strong so that we can bend back, so that we can extend our spine. Here we go. Final 4, 3. We also need your chest muscles to be open and supple. Last one, hold it. Internal rotation back to T, neutral. Yes, releve, work the wobble, reach the corners of your room, expand your ribs with your breath. Go slow, move together, hip hinge, butt up, chest down, butt back, chest forward, all 10 toes up, Pada Bandha. Yes, come back. Good. Ready? Internal rotation. External. This one. Internal. External. Let's go. 8. Don't move your hips. Just move your shoulders. Yeah, I'm giving you one thing to do, the internal and the external rotation, but just notice what that one movement, this combination movement of internal and external rotation, just notice how much movement we get from this. 4, come on. 3, 2, everything we do prepares us for what's next. Hold it. Here we go, T. Yep. Go into that internal rotation from the upper back of your arms. I want you to pulse again. Let's go. Tighten the muscles in your arms so much. Don't crunch the back of your neck. Keep your eyes down at the floor. You can always just take peeks at the screen when you need to. Good. Now hold it, or else you can just trust that your mind connects to the words that I'm saying. Externally rotate the shoulders all the way back. Then go into the elbows, and then the wrists, and then the thumbs. Open up the chest. Now look up with your eyes. Reach your arms all the way above the chest. I'm going to back up so you can see me. Palms above the chest, eyes to the thumb naturally. Good. Now tighten your butt, zip up. Lift from the center of your chest. Good. Now flip your palms. Don't just push your arms down. Don't let your arms just go down. Push the walls away. Good. Strength train with every movement. Start this way. Spiral. Let's go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come center. Reach it out to a T. Good. Zip up. Harden your abs. Squeeze your butt. Lift your chest. Pull your arms back and karate chop. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold 1. This is strength training. Bend your knees, suck in your belly, internally rotate the shoulders, drop them forward and in. Now the elbows, now the wrists, now the palms. Good. Pause. Now suck in your chest and look at your mat and keep sucking in your chest. And slowly, as the chest engages, you bring the backs of your hands to touch, giving your back a big massage, a big round in the spine. Now look forward ever so slightly as you reach your arms back out. Now, shoulders, external rotation, full external rotation, shoulders, elbows, wrists, thumbs. Look up with your eyes, palms touch. Yes, push the walls away as you bring your arms down. Woo. We're going to heat up those shoulders. Movement theory for the shoulders even more. Take this shoulder, internal rotation. Put the palm on the thigh. Good. Now you're going to lift the shoulder to your jawline. Keep the hand on your body the whole time. Bend the elbow and you'll externally rotate the shoulder. Bring it all the way down, around, in, up, back, and down. Again, internal rotation, lift, external rotation, release, but keep your hand on your body. Now keep doing this now that you know the puzzle pieces of this, and I want to connect to you what's going on. I'm not asking you to move your hand around on your leg. I'm not asking you to bring your hand front. I'm not asking you to bring your hand back, but that's happening, right? Should be happening. Okay? What I'm only asking you to do is internally rotate your shoulder, do a full scapular rotation, externally rotate the shoulder, put those movements together, and just allow so much movement come from this one combination. Good. One more. And pause. Whoo. Yes, feel it. Good. It's medicine. Take this shoulder, internal rotation, palm in front of the thigh. Glue it. I mean, it's not glued. It's going to move around, but you're not going to move your hands. You're going to move your shoulder. You're going to move your shoulder blade around. Ready? Squeeze, lift, pull. You're also going to move your spine, not your hips though. Look at my mid-spine, that rib cage that we connected to with our breath. You're going to start just from this internal and external rotation with a full scapular rotation. We are training our spine to rotate with strength. We're training our spine to truly go into a side bend. Move your hand without moving your hand. This is going to come into handy when we get into our BodyAbility pose, when we start playing the game of Camel. How about 4 more times? Let's go. Come on. How much movement can you allow? 3. Let's go. 2. 1 more. 1. Come to the space between. Yes, feel that. That's medicine. Start on this side, please. Spiral. 8. I'm not moving my arms. I'm not moving my arms, but yet they're changing position. Why? Because I'm moving all other parts of me. Keep your gaze forward so you don't move too deep. Spiral. Shift from side to side. Spiral up from the feet into the ankles, to the knees, to the hips, to the ribs, to the shoulders. Good. Here's 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back to center. We're almost ready. Reach out to T. Ready? Internal rotation into a full external rotation. We're going to flow through that 8 times. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reach up above the chest, palms touch. Good. Push the walls aside. And you're ready for a deep side bend flow now, okay? So right here, internal rotation. And as you do, swing the arm so the back of the hand faces this leg. Bend this knee. You don't want this hip to follow you. So pull the hip back. Good. Now bend the elbow. Pull the elbow up the screen and to the sky. Pull. And as the elbow pulls up, kind of reach down more with this hand. Nice. Now suck in your chest as you bring it down. And you're just going to switch over to this side. Same thing. Bend the knee. Don't let this hip fall in. Pull the hip back. Opposites. Good. Bend. And it's almost like you're doing a bow and arrow. You're going to pull in opposite directions to really get this deep lateral flexion, to keep this opening and strengthening at the same time. Now suck in to push down and just flow. Internal rotation, bow and arrow. Internal rotation, push. External rotation brings you out. Internal rotation brings you in. Bow and arrow, push it down. External rotation brings you out. Internal rotation brings you in. Pull. Let's flow. Your pace, right? When I say flow, it's not faster. It's just that we put all the movement puzzle pieces together and we explore freedom in motion. We explore that freedom in motion to try to chase the feel good, our feel good, your own. Let's go. Good. Come back to center and hold. Nice. All the way up. Backs of your hands touch. Push the walls aside. Good. Go into a hip hinge. It's time to heat up those thighs again. Let's go. 8, 7, 6, 5. Let me fix my pants. 4, 3, 2, hold 1. Okay, we have to move our feet to move our body. We have to have our hips in the right position, and we have to feel some thigh burn, okay? So I'm going to turn to the side so you can see me. Put your hands, your fingertips here. Spill your hip points towards your thighs. Now energetically suck your thighs up into your belly. Lift all 10 toes. You feel your sit bones wide. The butt goes up. The center of the chest goes down. Collarbones still long. Good. Now, interlace your fingers so you just don't have to worry about what you're doing with them. Put your big toe on this ground. Slide the outer hip to the corner of your room. Good. Now lift the toes. Turn the toes that way, this way. Good. Lower the toes. Bend this knee. Good. Don't move the foot. Bend the knee. Uh-oh, I'm going over the yoga line. That's good. You want ankle range of motion. We need it. Use your big toes so you don't go too far. Now bend this knee. Pull the hips back to the corner. Lift the toes. Turn the toes forward, the knee, the hip. Put your big toe on the ground. Slide. Don't let this knee move around. Lift the toes. Spin it. Lunge into it. Yep, go as far as you can. Bend this knee. Lift the toes. Turn. Feel the knee and the hip turn in. Good. Use your big toe to stabilize this knee. Lift your toes. Good. New movement, new results. I'm sorry, but you cannot be challenged if your entire way of moving is the same every single day, which is usually just up and down and forward, right? We don't walk backwards. We don't walk to the sideways. So we got to explore all these movements. What can you bring into it? Let's go. 8. Your pace. 7. So having body ability means to be able to change directions at any moment, to have the ability to work with your environment, to be fluid, strong, stable, youthful. One more each side. One more. Let's go. Pause, center. Now bounce. Let's go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold 1. Good. Slow release. Nice. I'm going to have you go ahead and go off the back edge of your mat. You'll use the mat for your hands, okay, for this next one. I'm going to show you from the side. You're going to stay facing forward. Everything we've done has prepared us for what's next. So from here, let's go into a hip hinge. So remember what a hip hinge is. You got to get yourself out of your way. Throw your hips up and back. Good. Pause. Now, remember, you're staying forward. Good. And remember, you're here. I'm just here to show you. Okay. Reach your hands forward, pull your butt back. Good. Pause. Now, let's strength train. Let's work agility and muscle balance control, right? Releve. You're standing on the ball of each foot. Suck your upper thighs into your belly. Yes. Now from here, lower your heels. Whoo, lower your whole body from that. Good. Now lift your heels. Again, suck your upper thighs into your belly. Touch down. So hands on your mat. Right here. Look forward. Walk forward only as far as you can before you feel like you're going to lose connection with your thighs. Keep your thighs to your belly. Hands out in front of you. Gaze in front of the hands. Push with your big toes. Pull your thighs into your belly. I call this bear. Lock your shoulders. Good. Now start to pull the shoulder heads forward. Move them forward as you lower your shins 1 inch above the ground. This is called tiger. Okay? New movement, new results. If you've done plank for years, start doing tiger. It will change everything, I promise. Now, suck thighs into lower belly. Push the hips up. Push the ground away. Stretch and lengthen your spine. Good. Pull your shoulders forward. Move the shoulders forward. Create space for movement. Lower the shins. Tiger. Put the knees down. Slide the tops of your feet flat. Big toes to touch. Push the hips all the way back. Stretch. It's kind of like a child's pose, but a little different. Good. Come up under the fingertips. Push. Go low under the fingertips. Come forward. Before you bring the heels open, hug your inner thighs. Open the heels. Tuck your toes. Push through your hands. Lift your knees. Good. Bear. Suck in from the upper thighs to the lower belly. Good. I don't move my head at all. Tiger. If your wrists are hurting, that's revealing something. I always tell my clients, please don't accept as is, as is. If you have wrist pain, maybe you can't do all of this right now, but it should actually motivate you to train to be able to do this. Don't accept wrist pain. Reveal it, and then let's find a way around it. Good. Use your fingertips. Try there. This is body weight strength training. Good. With some movement therapy. We're going to do it one more time. You're starting to feel the heat, I'm sure. That's a good thing. Go into tiger. Yes. Come back up bear. Now push the ground away. Put the heels to the ground. Now from here, look what I'm doing. I'm dragging my fingertips back. Suck in your chest. Spread your shoulder blades wide. Rise up. Scapular rotations. 8, 7. We're going to do a quick flow. 6. If you've been with me for the last month, then you're going to recognize this flow. If not, just have fun. It's just having fun. Then we're going to work on camel. Get ready. Remember, this is training. This is training. Get ready. Take your feet wide. Take your feet wide. Hands on your hips. You know that spiral we did? Let's do that here, but with the legs wide. You're not going to go all the way around. Just explore it. What movement is available to you? What moves, what doesn't? Good. Keep your chest up. Use your big toes. Good. I'm just moving your hips, getting everything ready. Nice. Come center. Lift this heel, please. Spin the heel out and around, and as you do, turn the hip in. Take your hand, pull your hip up as the heel pushes down. Feel that therapy right here, this movement therapy in the hip. Good. The front toes stay awkward like that. Now lift the heel. Spin the heel back. Turn the knee forward. Turn the hip forward. Plant. Lift this heel. Spin the outer heel out. Turn the knee in. Turn the hip in. Good. Now, energetically, feel this lifting as the heel, the outer heel pushes to the ground. Yes, this is some hip therapy that I've created for my own hips. Good. Squeeze. Now lift the heel. We move our feet to move our body. Feel your heel turning back. The knee comes back forward. The hip opens up. Lower it. All right, we're going to do that again. Get ready. Lift the heel. Spin it. Lift and lower the heel. Now look at your front toes. Lift them off the mat. The ball of the foot too. Spin the toes to the corner of your mat. As you lower the toes to the ground, you bend your knee. Yes. So now start pulsing from the center of the shin. So with hips like mine, I have 2 new hips. The left one was replaced May of 2019. The right one was replaced this year in January. And I have learned from my hips truly how to move my body. And it's got to be one part of you at a time, like a spiral, like a chain. We don't align, we position for us. So find your way. Heat up the hip joint. We're doing some movement therapy for the hips before we do Camel. But we are so close to going into the pose. We're so close. Stay with it. Come on. Get some muscular endurance here. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold 1. Push the shin forward. Now spin this heel back and turn the hip in just a little bit more. Now, we're not going to go down. Okay, we move in all directions. This hip right here is going to pull energetically back as I pull the elbow forward. That's going to create so much more room for me to actually go down. This arm, internal rotation. It's called an internal drop. Ooh, I hope this feels good. Now you have room to touch down with ease and effortlessness. Now reach to your side wall. Now reach up. Now reach back. Go up and down. Turn your chin to your shoulder. Look up at your fingertips. Good. Now look at me in the screen. Hug your upper arm. Push from the heel. Lift the toes. Don't straighten this knee. Not yet. Turn the toes. Now turn the knee. Now turn the hip. Now the knee has space to straighten. Turn this heel in. Good. Start here. Lift it. Spin it. Lower the heel. Lift the hip. Lift the toes. Spin them. Lower the toes. Bend your knee. Woo! Way different, right? It's yoga, but not yoga. It's training the body for all your turnouts, all your poses that you love to do. Good. Keep this back leg strong. We're heating up the hip with these tiny pulses. We're teaching the body, the nervous system that, hey, we've got you. We know what we're doing. So we're not just going to go right into that deep pose that we just did. Instead, we're going to calm the nervous system with a little movement medicine. Come on, final 4, 3, 2, feel the muscle heat. 1, hold. So now watch when I just go down. That's not going to get me down to the ground without tweaking my back. So this hip has to go in. The heel has to go out a little bit more. Adjust whatever you need. Take this hip, pull it back. Take your elbow, and you're going to reach forward as the hip pulls back. That's where you're going to create the space to go down. Yes. Shoulder, internal drop. That means the shoulder goes lower than the wrist and the hand. Yes. Good. Now look at the ground. Touch it. Reach up. Pull back and down. Reach up, chin to shoulder. Reach straight up, not back. It's called a glide. Look at me in the screen. Hug. Push through the heel, lift the toes. Don't slam the knee back. Turn the toes in. Let the kneecap follow. Then let the hip follow. Pull this heel in. Legs are straight. Yes. Okay, let's do it again. Lift. Good. Spin. Push. Lift. Spin. Go low. Reach. Go down. Internal rotation. Drop. Touch. Reach, glide. Look at the screen, hug, lift the toes, turn. Move this foot too. Center, lift. Set this hip first. Totally different, right? Lift it up. Lower the toes, bend the knee, pull the hip back, lean forward. Internal rotation, starting to notice how all of the moves start to come together. We learn them puzzle piece by puzzle piece, and then we flow. Turn the toes, the knee, the hips. Center. Woo! One more time. Let's go. Make it your flow. Chase the feel good. Strength train. Let's go. Hug. Be in total control. Center. Lift. Set this hip. Yep, let's go. Lift it. Go low. Reach. Go down. Nice glide. And hug. Turn. Woo. Center. Yes, breathe. From here, it's an X. Releve. And make a big X with your body. Breathe. Use your big toes. Work the wobble. Lower your heels. Whew. Nice. Soften your knees. Turn your heels in, toes out, plie. Push from the shins. Let's pulse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold 1. Good. We're going to keep strength training. From the shin, push towards the middle of your toes. Notice I didn't ask you to straighten this leg, but when there's space, things just happen. Don't slam the knee back. Pull this hip back. Now bend the knee to come center. Shift over to this side. Good. Don't slam the knee back. Pull the hip back. Notice where my angles are. Chase the feel good. Try it. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Center and zip up. Woo. Squeeze your thighs. Push down through the heels. Turn toes in, knee, hip, toes, knee, and hip. Soften your knees. Turn your heels in, plie. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold 1. Try it. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Center. Zip up. Turn your toes forward, knee forward, hip in. Toes forward, knee forward, hip in. H, Defy Stance. T. Internal rotation. Let's go. Pulse it. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold 1. Now suck in your chest even more. Suck it in. Spread the muscles in your back. That brings the backs of your hands to touch. You're going to stay here. We're going to go into a full scapular rotation back to standing A. Whoo. Yes. Y, releve. Come low, hip hinge. One final strength training flow. Go at it so it feels good. It's a lot of work, but it's feel good work. Yep. Let's go. Keep your butt back. Keep your chest forward. Nice. Move your feet. Move your body. Nice. If this is new to you, if it's frustrating to you, that means it's itching you. You need to be challenged if you want change. That's what this BodyAbility program is about. It's about training like athletes. Yep. Moving the body. Good. Find your way to center. Pause. Butt up, chest down. Butt back, chest forward. Good. Stay forward. Good. Stay here. Get low as you can. Now stand up. Whoo. All right. So we're going to do camel. It's hard for me to do it on screen. I don't know what angles we should be in, but it's time for camel. But I don't want us just to sit down and go to camel. It's a flow from standing from the ground up, from up to the ground. Okay. So you stay facing forward. You find your own way. You can either come off your mat, so just your knees are on your mat, whatever you need to do. I'm going to show it to you from the side so you can have this visual, okay? Please find your way. Make adjustments as you go, too. So take your Defy Stance. We'll begin with a hip hinge. Butt up, chest down. Butt back, chest forward. Lift all 10 toes. Pull your arms forward. Okay, let's work the wobble. Let's do some strength training. Releve, suck the upper thighs into the belly like you did bear. That's why we did bear, so you could feel this. Work the wobble. Now, butt up, chest down. Butt back, chest forward till you touch the ground. Good. Walk your hands forward into bear. Stay with it. And then slowly come to tiger. Drop the knees. Good. Push the hips back. Push the toes into the ground. Suck up from the pelvic floor into the navel. Spread your lower back. Round your spine. Now, kind of come up under your fingertips. Suck in the center of your chest and spread your shoulder blades. Shimmy around a little bit if there's any tightness. Shoulders, internal rotation. So hug in. Now push through your big toes. Zip up and slide fingertips to your knees. Make any adjustments. I'm feeling weird in this knee right here, so I'm going to just make an adjustment. You never accept as is, as is. We adjust as we go in this class and my practice too. So now I'm going to move back. Look how round I am and still in my spine. I'm going to move back as far as my body lets me to move back. Now, you suck in your abs right here to slide back down. Look out in front of you. Slide your hands back towards tiger position. Push. Good. Good. Lower your knees. Push. If your toes are screaming, come back to tiger or come back to center. Slide the tops of your feet flat. Good. Lift them up. Push them down. Tuck your toes. Use your big toes. Don't just stretch your toes. Push right underneath the nail bed of each foot. Use your abs to round fingertips to knees. Look how round my spine is. Good. Now I'm going to lean back without losing the round. Get into those quads. Just touch the heels. Touch the thighs. Slide. Touch the knees. Look out in front of you. Butt up, chest down. Butt back, chest forward. Create this length. Internal rotation of the shoulders. Push through the hands. Lift the knees. Good. Drop the knees. Slide the tops of your feet flat. Lift them. Stretch out. Yes. Put them back down. Tuck your toes. Don't just stretch your toes. Look, this is me stretching the toes. Nothing's happening. Watch what happens when I push down through the nail bed of each big toe. It kind of shoots me forward, right? Hug your inner thighs together. Put your sit bones towards the backs of your heel, right here, the Achilles. And then zip up, pelvic floor to navel. And as you zip up into the chest, feel your fingers just slide back. I have to adjust this leg again. I've felt something. You always should be feeling something. Good. Then you go back as far as you can. Touch the heels. Good. Now take this shoulder. Rotate it back. Take the other shoulder you can't see. Rotate it back. Look up with the eyes. Squeeze your butt. Squeeze your butt. That lifts the butt off the legs. Now externally rotate the shoulders and draw the shoulder blades together. Look at the sky. The center of your chest. Lift it up. Good. Now to come out of it, just listen to my voice. You'll sink the center of your chest, internally rotate the shoulders, pull back, and then come forward. Whew, it's a lot of work. Slide your hands forward. Tops your feet flat. Bring your big toes to touch if it's comfortable to you. Push your hips to your heels and take a moment. Let me show you what's going on when I bring you to your heels. You're basically doing internal rotation to come into it. And then to come into camel, external rotation. And I just follow the gaze. And then when I come out of it, watch here. I look forward ever so slightly. I roll my shoulders internal, suck in my chest. Because remember, internal rotation allows for a forward bend. It allows for the spine to round, flexion. And external rotation allows for a back bend. I'm not doing camel pose. What I'm doing is internal and externally rotating my shoulders. Let's try it again. Go ahead and come up. If you have sore knees, I always say movement reveals all, okay? If you ever take one of my classes and you're like, wow, that hurt my toes, that hurt my lower back, that hurt my shoulders. To me, that means then we should train together. Because if you have that pain in any of these movements, it's revealing something. And then let's figure out what it is and let's get beyond it, okay? So let's try this again. So Facing the camera, you would look like this. Notice you cannot see my heels. So you can't have your feet here. They have to, everything's got to be in position. I'm going to show you from the front. Take your hands to your hips. Unzip. Do a hip hinge. Butt up, chest down. Now zip. Do that again. Unzip. Yes, unzip brings us to the ground. Zip lifts us up. So it's right here. Just unzip. Butt up, chest down. Butt back, chest forward. I'm to the ground. Now push through the shins. Zip. Lift into the chest. Lengthen your collarbones. I'm off the ground. So see, I'm not asking you to touch the ground, but yet it's there. That is how we move. Okay, ready? We're going to go right into tiger position, and then we're going to try another camel. Okay, here we go. Tuck your toes. Unzip. Hands down. Internal rotation. Go forward with the shoulders. Push through the fingertips so hard that your knees lift off the ground. Hold tiger for 10, 9, 8. Hug your inner thighs together. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop your knees. Suck in your pelvic from the pelvic floor to the navel. Chest. Make any adjustments you need to. Touch your knees. Slide back. Pause. Bend the elbows. There's your heels. You don't have to reach back for them. Externally rotate the shoulders. Squeeze the butt. But instead of pushing the butt up, lift the chest and let the hips just open as they will. Long neck. Lengthen your collarbones. Good. Now soften the front. Look forward over your chest. Let the shoulders internally rotate. Pull the hips back. Now suck your belly in. Suck in your chest. Internal rotation. Slide forward. Go forward. Push and lift. Tiger. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop the knees. Stretch out the tops of the feet. The ankles, lift them. Tuck your toes. One more round. Let's go. Now this is your exploration. What works? What doesn't? You be your guide. Bend your elbows. Your heels should be right there. External rotation. Squeeze your butt, but lift from the center of your chest and follow your gaze. Open up the front line of your body. Now soften the front. Look over your chest. Internal rotation of the shoulders. Harden the abs. Bring it back. Suck up from the pelvic floor. Internally rotate the shoulders. Slide forward. Tiger. Push the ground away. Thighs to belly. Heels to the ground. Suck up from the center of your chest. Roll up into a scapular rotation. Woo! Our practice is over. Let's do a wu-wei flow. Curl your toes under just for a moment though, and reverse all that work we did for camel. So listen, I actually, if you know me, turn over the other foot. If you know me, I'm actually looking for ways to make you be like, whoa, what was that? Why do I feel that way? Why did my wrist hurt? Why did my shoulder hurt? Why did my low back hurt? Why did my feet hurt? Why did my toes hurt? When you become curious, that's when your body becomes youthful. Here we go. Take your feet on your mat or off your mat. Does not matter. Age, Defy Stance. Let's go. Reach up, touch the backs of your hands. Push the walls aside. Go into a scapular rotation. We're doing a hip hinge push. Butt to the wall, palms to the screen. Come up into an A, strong. Now reach forward and up, releve. And then you come into a slow hip hinge right here. Throw your arms. Come back to center. So in that throw, we say wu-wei. Let's do that flow 3 times. Let's go. Inhale. Nice. Slow. Push the walls aside. Do a deep scapular rotation. Go into a hip hinge push. Strong A. Into a releve. Into a hip hinge throw. Back to stand. Here we go. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Finish it with an exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Start over. 1 more. Breathe as you breathe now. Let's go. Releve. I say it. We all say it. Uwe. Nice work, you guys. Thanks so much. I hope you learned something. I hope you felt something. I hope you are curious, and I would love for you to reach out. Feel free to at any time. Join me in June for Bar Flow for runners. I'm going to be doing 2 sessions, a Bar Flow, especially Bar Flow program just for runners and hikers, okay? Join me. I hope to see you. Have a good one.